What's up, guys? My name is Rob, and I am here to do a review for you today. So, let me start by saying that one, I'm not affiliated with any company as I'm doing this review. This is just me as an individual doing as honest a review as I can give you. All right. So today I have for you the Wondervape Ijoy 270 kit, the Mech Mod kit. So let me also say that you can clearly see some scratches on this guy here. It is a used mod. It is not new. It is also my friend's and not mine. I have used a Wondervape. My wife has a Wondervape, and I have several friends that have it, and that's why I'm doing the review. So what all do you get with the Wondervape? When you purchase the Wondervape, first of all, it retails around the $80 range, which is amazing. Two, you receive one Ijoy 2700 battery. You receive a silicone sleeve, so you can put 18650s into this battery as well. Obviously, the tube mod with the sleeve. And then you receive the Wondervape RDA. Now, this tip is not what comes with it. This is actually a Goon/Kennedy style tip. It is compatible with those tips. So you can use your honeycombs, you can use your stab wood tips, or just your favorite acrylic Goon or Kennedy tip. It comes with an Ultim tip that is pretty much the same thing, but Ultim. So, breaking it down just a little bit here. Instead of having a full twist bottom, it actually has you twist it just a little bit and it pops out in place. You can see it's got the little notches there. These little notches grab onto the insides and just, that piece of down one right there can be adjusted for battery rattle, which is great. In most cases, if you're doing it what most people do, which is Wondervape on top, you probably aren't going to take the RDA off much, and once you get it adjusted, it's done. You don't have to mess with it anymore. It does have 510 pins in here. It's not a hybrid, okay? So what does that mean? That means a couple things. One, you don't have to worry about the pin length anymore because you have a pin that is adjustable inside of here. Two, people would argue that it's less conductive, but it's gold-plated in there. Gold-plated. It's as conductive as it's ever going to be. And quite honestly, it hits hard. For being a non-hybrid, this is probably the hardest hitting non-hybrid mod I've had in my hands in a long, long time. Put my battery back in here real quick. Boom, boom. The RDA itself. First of all, it has bottom and side flow. I use a mixture, about half on the top, and the bottom is unadjustable, so it's wide open. If you don't like bottom flow, sorry, but if you try it, you might actually like it. I don't normally like bottom flow all that much. It's not my favorite. I enjoy it either way. Inside, you have a staggered 4-post design, so the two centers are lower than the two outer posts. Bottom flow, decent sized juice well on it, and that's pretty much it. Gold-plated 510 on the Wondervape as well. Conductivity is really nice. So I'm running basically a 0.08 build on it, which I don't recommend to you guys who don't know what you're doing. But once you get it built up properly, I'm going to tell you, first things first, this battery means a lot. It's a 30 amp battery, and it rates at 30 amps. Mooch rated it, all right? 3,000 milliamp hours, and it's a 3,000 milliamp hour battery. It does last longer than most 18650s do. But not only that, because the amperage rating is higher, because the battery is just overall better, you get a stronger hit at a full charge battery. You get a stronger hit at a dead charge battery. And hit per hit, no matter what the charge is, if you are hitting an 18650 at the same charge, same voltage, guarantee you this battery is going to hit harder. It just does. It handles things better. It doesn't get hot very easily. I sit here with this 0.08, and I'd have to hit it about 10 times or so for the tube to get warm. No hot button, which is great. It is spring, but there's no hot button that comes of this spring. It's awesome. Very solid. As you saw, I showed you, it had chunks all out of it. It's been dropped several times and still working just fine. Other than that, I will say that the Wondervape has very, very good flavor for mech users and for box users. A lot of people have this and they stick it on a regulated box mod, and it works great on there too. Gotta hand it to them. The Wondervape RDA is a very nice RDA. It definitely gives you the flavor and the airflow that you need. Wide open is actually very, very airy, but closing off the top just a little bit, leaving the bottom alone, not that you can mess with it. It's a wonderful hit. Consistent all the way around. It's a great little mod. 80 bucks retail, give or take. That's nothing. I mean, I've seen tube mods that cost 2 to 3 times as much on their own. All things considered, for the price point, definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend it to both beginners and advanced users. Beginners, especially because of the price point being so cheap. It's easy to get into it. It's not a hybrid, which means there's more room for error. You won't necessarily, blow up your hand if you don't know what you're doing. Still recommend definitely knowing what you're doing, but it has a little bit more room for error. And for advanced users, it's a great beater. It's a great beater. I definitely have more expensive mods at home, but as far as like a side little tube mod, if I were to use it while I was out of the house more often than not, I would not be upset if this mod fell and dropped. I wouldn't care about how it looked because it is so inexpensive to replace. So good for just about everybody who wants to get into dripping or who already drips and wants a little side mod. Great. Don't really have much else to say, guys. So happy vape trails, and we'll see you next time.